We are not, as a fashion industry, we have to be honest and say we're far from where we have to be and where we should be.
We've seen the impact of disposability on the planet, and I think that our industry and all industries have to move away from this idea of using something and throwing it away.
The country has hit by very catastrophic floods. In the context of fashion, it's relevant to know that around 40% of cotton crops were damaged in the country, and around 19 million people will fall below poverty line, and majority of them will belong to farmer families.
We cannot continue to extract and produce and create the same amount of new raw materials year on year at the increased rate that we're seeing if we want to achieve what we're trying to achieve.
Regulation is already here, it's coming, and I think increasingly companies are going to be asked for more information that they need to be able to not only gather and assess, but also to be able to validate and verify.
No organization, even the climate scientists, did not predict it that the pace of climate change would be so much accelerated as we are seeing it right now.
Without transparent information in supply chains, we don't actually know what we're dealing with. We don't know what the different social and environmental impacts are of the products.
We've been working alongside the industry for the past decade, to your point, to actually help companies to understand their social and environmental impact. We've developed the Higg Index, which looks at everything from the materials that companies are using to manufacturing processes to brand and retail performance. So it looks really at the entire value chain, both from a social and environmental perspective.
I believe that there is the real need of collaboration among brands and between brands and suppliers, manufacturers in manufacturers' countries.
Each company in China, the carbon neutral is not only an optional goal. It's mandatory.
We know where the problems are. We are trying to find the solutions, and I think the pivot currently is to move from planning and maybe talks to real and radical action on the ground.
So we are passing from discussing about sustainability and what we need to do on taking actions. And the taking action has to be scaled and has to be accelerated.
We have enough information to know which solutions need to be scaled.
Industry has made actually a lot of progress with regards to understanding, how to align on measurement, what types of insight and data that we do have and what we don't. So it's not to say that the tools are perfect, but we have over 21,000 organizations across the value chain who are leveraging these tools and using them and scaling them within their business and within their supply chain.
Have to come together as coalitions and then, work around larger problems. The fashion industry also need to trust the local expertise in different geographies.
If you look at it in that framework, it's a real opportunity for lifting communities out of poverty, potentially empowering women, because a lot of garment workers are women, doing soil restoration when it's regenerative agriculture. Actually, fashion can be a solution.
Value cannot only be about how fast or cheap or effective you can get a product, but how long you can use a product, how long it can exist in your wardrobe or in the world, not having things that are created to be disposable.
Everyone knows that they need to put sustainability into the agenda in a bigger way. We are seeing an incredible momentum because the industry is stepping up.
You actually need everyone involved in the system to be part of the solution. We need to scale existing solutions. I think we know what to do. And yes, there is time and space for innovation that has to happen, but we need to scale those solutions now, and we all need to be working together in partnership and in collaboration if we're going to achieve these targets.